Tomorrow is the first time I get to sail a boat, which will be nice. Simple little journey out to Hours, which is the other side of the Hours bank. There is an inner passage, but I've got loads of time. Sometimes I'll go around the outside rather than take any risks of going close to Selseybill and then back in. So I've keyed in 3 waypoints on the E-Trex. A bit of trepidation. A bit worried the engine won't perform properly. I'll feel a lot better once I've got a few more miles underneath me. And I'm leaving at first light. So I've set the alarm for 5 o'clock. I think high tide's at about 4:45. So as soon as it's light enough I shall leave and then head out. Should be quite a nice morning. Then the wind will pick up a bit in the afternoon. It's a southerly, so should be fine. Looking forward to it. Well, there'll be some fiddling to do to try and make it look better, but actually that main's not bad. It's just been put away for too long, not been used. Maybe yeah. Pretty well established folds on there. We are more drifting than sailing, but I'll sort the boat out and have some breakfast and then decide what to do. 1.9 knots, that's not very fast. I fear those halyards slapping in the mast is going to become the acoustic of this journey. Unless I can find some way of stopping it. It's quite annoying. The spinnaker pole that was given to me right at the beginning of the journey is a pretty good whisker actually, it's the perfect length. It's a bit heavy, but actually it'll be fine because as soon as the wind fills, that will rise up. So I feel better already. I just now that we've been sailing, all that money that I've spent, that £1,200 or so that I've left, maybe a bit more than that, than I've left in Littlehampton, is fading into the distance as the boat starts to reward me for what we've done together, which is beginning to become, I don't know, part of my life, not part of me, but part of my life. She no longer feels like a monstrous burden. And the good thing is, bike fits pretty well down there. Gotta get some bikes. Okay, the wind has strengthened to maybe a 2 or a 3 beam reach, so she's doing 5.8 knots. Sails filling nicely. very funny to be moving down to leeward and the boat not heel. Just about to come to a buoy called East Borough Head. I'm going round the Hours Bank. It's a thing called the Loo Channel with a very narrow neck through it, but I thought I might as well steer clear a bit. The wind is going to be helping me quite a bit today with any luck. So boat's moving along beautifully, 6 knots, which is very nearly 6 knots, which is makes me happy. And I'm very comfortable. Wow, picking up quite a bit actually. Are you enjoying it, boat? Well, I've got 2 knots of tide underneath me. Might account for my good speed. Okay, next target is Hours. Rolled away a bit, Genoa. Luckily. So I'm now running. I've been around Hours. Here's Littlehampton, come out to here around Hours, and I'm now heading for Puller. Where are you? Puller here. And then I'm going to go into Chichester Harbour here and to Hailing Island Yacht Company. Nice run. Wind is behaving beautifully today. Couldn't be nicer. Every now and again the echo sounder drops out, which is a bit worrying, but it's been going for about an hour now, so maybe it just needed a bit of exercise. But the way the boat does, I mean, there are all sorts of stiff things on the boat that need some attention. Probably got a knot of tide underneath me, and we're doing 3.9 knots, so not a massive speed. Well, as I predicted, I got to Chichester Harbour too early, so the wind has chipped up amazingly, so I am just killing time. I've rolled away a fair bit of Genoa, and I'm just going to drift up and down the channel, splash, until the tide turns and I think I can get into Chichester Harbour. I want to go in on a rising tide, I don't want to go in on a faller. The echo sound appears to be working better now. So, this is the entrance to Chichester Harbour, and it says really you should go in 3 hours before high water and 1 hour afterwards, otherwise it gets a little bit busy with the water flooding out. There's Chichester Bar, which is this mud bank here, and you head for West Pole, and then you stick close to this shore. Now, I was going to give it another hour, but there's a big yacht going in. So, my philosophy is assume he's a local, and also, you know, he's going to get into trouble before I am. So, I'm going to head for West Pole, which is this thing here. It's getting quite lumpy now. I've opened out some Genoa so that I can get closer to him and see where he's going. There's also a boat swanning around at the entrance as well, so I'm assuming I'll be alright. So I'm heading straight for West Pole, which is this great big thing here, which is on my GPS. And when I get to West Pole, I'll jibe the Genoa. I've only got the Genoa up, because I'm in no rush. I'm tempted to get a little bit more offing. Don't know. Seems to be holding fairly steady at 3.4. And the chart suggests that it's fairly level across here. So after West Pole comes the next one, which is Chichester Bar, which is another hole. And it says you're supposed to keep fairly close to the edge. I mean fairly close to the beacons. Got 4.8 metres, and there's been 2 yachts have come out. There's a big one coming out and a big one's gone in, so there's this. Breaking waves over there, which squares with this Chichester Bar here. There. It's now got deeper. It was a minimum of about 2.5 metres, which isn't very comfortable in a boat like this, but it's getting deeper now, 4 metres, and there's a pretty good tide underneath me now, so she's going at 4.5 knots. Just to gen her up. I'm gonna pick up a mooring and have some lunch and a bit of a rest. Good tide running. East Stoke, I think it's called. East Stoke. On a Sunday in summer, this place is just crawling, heaving with boats. All the racing boys come out here and race around the buoys out here, so it gets very, very busy with lots of shouty blokes in expensive boats. So this is actually Hayling Island here. Look at this, 13 metres. Goodness gracious me. Wow. So I'm going to come up channel here. I'm about here somewhere. East Stoke. Up here, East Stoke Point, that's it. And I'm going to come up here and up this channel to the left of Fishery. And then I'm going to pick up a mooring here somewhere and wait until I can get into Hayling Island Yacht Company. "19 metres, wow. pretty nice. Now, I'm told that if I stop here and pick up one of these moorings, then the sailing club will charge me. Northwest Pilsey. Pilsey? Okay. Off to the east, I should come to a buoy called Mill Rythe, and then you turn to the west and follow the posts in until you run out of water and wait for the tide to take you the rest of the way. So this red one here should be Mill Rythe. Well, I'm nearly here. I can feel my first grounding coming on. I might as well ground it. Why not? As I come in here, I'll feel my way into this little creek. Aha, 0.9 metres. 1 metre. Don't really know where the bottom is on this boat. Oh, okay, so I think that must be set beneath the keel, so that's 30 centimetres beneath the keel at the moment. Oh, it's got deeper, look. One metre. Well, I was home for 7 weeks. Hailing Island Yacht Company. man who got the message through to me about this boat, so I owe him a bottle of wine. I said I'd give him a good bottle of wine and a bad box of wine, so that's what I'm going to do. This looks like a fuel barge or something. I have to say the poles look pretty good to me. And the moorings really help. I mean, I guess in the winter time, in the summertime, there'll be lots of boats on here, so.